If you're like me and always on the move, you know the struggle of finding a camera that's both powerful and portable. Well, let me introduce you to the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, a true game changer for us wanderlusters. Imagine this, a stick-like design that fits right in your pocket, and it's got this awesome 3-axis gimbal stabilization system. Whether you're hiking up a mountain, strolling through a bustling market, or just capturing a spontaneous moment, the Osmo Pocket 3 keeps your footage buttery smooth. And the best part? This little guy can handle low light like a champ thanks to its upgraded Type 1 sensor. If you're on the hunt for a compact, high-quality vlogging camera that checks all the boxes and still fits right in your pocket, then stick around, because what I've got to share is a total game changer. First off, let's talk design. The Osmo Pocket 3 sticks to the same candy bar-like shape as its predecessors, making it super comfortable to hold while you're out exploring. And just like DJI's drones, it's got that trusty 3-axis gimbal system to keep your shots steady even when the road gets bumpy. What really makes this camera a traveler's dream is the 20mm wide-angle lens. Whether you're capturing stunning landscapes, shooting a travel vlog, or just recording your day-to-day adventures, this lens has you covered. Plus, it's versatile enough to switch between widescreen, vertical, and even square format for both video and photos. So whether you're posting to YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok, the Osmo Pocket 3 has you covered. This little powerhouse measures just 5.6 by 1.6 by 1.2 inches and weighs a mere 6.4 ounces. It's so compact you can easily toss it in your bag and even your pocket without a second thought. Now, it does stand upright on its own, but the base is a bit narrow, so I wouldn't totally trust it not to tip over. But here's the good news, DJI has thought of that. The Pocket 3 comes with an add-on handle that not only gives it an extra inch of height, but also adds a 1/4-20 tripod thread so you can safely mount it on a tripod. Plus, this handle has a USB-C port, so you can charge the camera while it's attached. Super convenient when you're on the go. DJI has kept it minimal with just 2 buttons on the Pocket 3's handle. The main record button is a multitasker. It's your go-to for starting and stopping recordings, turning the camera on and off, and even snapping still photos. Right next to it, you'll find the gimbal control stick. This 4-way joystick is a small but powerful tool. It lets you pan and tilt the lens smoothly, and with a quick double press, you can recenter the gimbal in an instant. The stick-like design of the Pocket 3 feels natural in your hand, with the joystick and record button perfectly positioned under your thumb, making it easy to operate with one hand. The joystick's control is pretty versatile, allowing you to adjust the speed of your camera moves, whether you want them slow, medium, or fast. This is great when you need to match the pace of your shot to the mood of your video. The DJI Osmo Pocket 3 runs on an internal, non-removable battery, giving you about 135 minutes of continuous recording time. That's pretty impressive for a camera this small. For those of you planning longer shoots, the Creator Combo adds a battery handle attachment that nearly doubles the recording time to 240 minutes. Compare that to your smartphone, where you might find yourself scrambling for a charger or a power bank after just an hour or so of 4K recording. One of the big concerns with any camera is heat, especially during those long recording sessions. With the Pocket 3, I tested it for 4 hours straight at 4K 24 FPS in a 64-degree room, and guess what? No overheating issues. It kept running smoothly the entire time. Most smartphones, on the other hand, might struggle with heat after prolonged 4K recording, leading to shutdowns or reduced performance. Connectivity is another area where the Pocket 3 shines. It's got Bluetooth and Wi-Fi built in, making it super easy to connect with your smartphone and accessories. For example, the Mic 2 accessory uses Bluetooth for remote recording, while Wi-Fi lets you connect to your smartphone. When I paired the Pocket 3 with a beta version of the DJI Mimo app on my iPhone, the experience was seamless. I enjoyed a smooth live view from the lens, full remote control of the camera, and access to all its modes, something that could be a bit more limited or less intuitive with a smartphone. While your smartphone might be your go-to for quick snaps and videos, the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 offers a dedicated, powerful alternative that perfects your more serious vlogging, longer shoots, and better stabilization. The Pocket 3 skips out on optical zoom, but it does offer digital zoom up to 2 times. While it might not bring you super close, I checked it out and the picture quality stays solid at 4K 24, so it's handy if you need a little extra reach. Now, if you're after a wider view, the Creator Combo has a cool 0.75x conversion lens that expands your perspective to a 15mm wide angle. Perfect for those epic landscape shots or group selfies where you don't want to miss a thing. For all you slow motion enthusiasts, the Pocket 3 delivers. It can shoot silent 1080p video at up to 240 frames per second. That's up to 8 times slow motion. And if you're into 2.7K or 4K, you can still slow things down to 120 frames per second for a 4 times slow-mo effect. Just a heads up, slow motion clips are locked to widescreen formats and use the standard color profile with 8-bit depth. When it comes to snapping stills, the Pocket 3 is pretty versatile. It grabs 9MP photos in a 1:1 format and 8.3MP in 16:9, and you can choose between JPG or RAW DNG. The JPG color profile is great for mixed lighting, so your photos will look just as good as your videos. Now let's talk about the competition. The Pocket 3 goes head to head with a few other compact cameras that are also geared towards vloggers. First up, there's the Sony ZV-1F at $499.99, the Sony ZV-1 at $549, and the Sony ZV-1 Mark II at $799.99. These Sony cameras all share a similar Type 1 sensor format with the Pocket 3 and come loaded with features tailored for vlogging. However, they stick to a more traditional compact camera design, which might not be as convenient when you're trying to capture quick, candid moments on the go. Another option to consider is the Canon PowerShot V10 at $349.99. This one has a design that's more in line with the Pocket 3, making it a solid alternative. However, it relies on digital stabilization rather than the Pocket 3's superior 3-axis gimbal stabilization. If you've ever tried to shoot while walking or moving quickly, you'll know how important good stabilization is. In a nutshell, while the competition is fierce, the DJI Osmo Pocket 3's blend of compact design, mechanical stabilization, and vlogging specific features are hard to beat. But here's the thing, while the Pocket 3 nails stabilization, it's not as rugged as those action cams. The gimbal, which makes your shot super smooth, could also be a point of breakage if things get rough. Plus, its vented design means it's not weatherproof, so if you're planning to brave the elements or dive into some extreme sports, an action cam might be more up your alley. That said, if your focus is more on casual vlogging, capturing home movies, or just recording everyday adventures, the Pocket 3 is a fantastic choice. It's portable, easy to use, and delivers great quality footage, perfect for those moments when you don't need a camera that can survive a drop off of a cliff. If you enjoyed this breakdown and found it helpful, make sure to hit that like button, share with your fellow creators, and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next adventure.